Where are you guys? I think I have to turn this off. I can't stop dancing. Woo! Woo! I'll turn that off now. Sorry. I know I'm not supposed to have that on. Woo! Woo! Make a little love. Get down tonight. Woo! Get down tonight. Turn this on. Get down, get down, get down. Turn it on. Oh, man, I'm a little tired. Does anything happen today? What day is today? Well, it was Tuesday. It's now the wee hours of Wednesday. And we're live. And I'm not prepared at all. Because, you know, there's the hockey, something going on in Georgia, crazy news day. I'm a little tired of this. So, again, I am... what am I doing? I can't talk and do this at the same time. I'm sorry, you guys. What are we doing? Where are we? YouTube. That's Casey and the Sunshine Band. La la. Okay, where? Today is what? January 6th. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. See, this is what happens when I talk. Just give me a minute. Anything else? Oh. It's 2021. There we go. Okay. I think and now I gotta find you guys. Find you guys. Find the chat. I'm so tired. But we're gonna push through this, you guys. I am telling you, I'm actually, my brain is ahead of this third quarter moon in all actuality. Because I am thinking about this new moon, January 11th to 12th, most important one of this year, if not the decade. And, oh my gosh, I could fall asleep right now. Oh, God. And Mercury is in a very glitchy place for me, especially, there you go, with Mars at 29 degrees Aries. My brain doesn't work under these conditions. Gotta turn that play, turn this on. Get down, get down, get down, la 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 hoo. Hey, you guys. Yes, Larry girl, I am tired too. Hey, you guys, how about that Team USA? USA, they won the flipping gold medal game. I didn't think that was going to happen, tell you the truth, because Canada is always so good. They are the standard. But the Russia lost to Finland 4-1, and this is the second time in the last 11 years they failed to get a medal. Oops. And so, if you're following my theory about what this means politically for political leaders, it's no bueno for the Russia. It's so good for the USA. I was crying earlier. Okay. Now, you guys, I just have to put this on for just a little bit again. I just lost it. I can't get this song out of my head. Do a little dance, make a litit love, get down tonight, woo! I can't get it out of my head. I just cannot. And I'll probably get flagged for this, but turn it off. something happening out of Georgia. I was so excited about USA winning, and I'm like, everyone's so excited in my feed about Georgia. I'm like, I'm not quite seeing it yet. But then I saw, you know, there's stuff coming in that has to be counted. So that's just very good news. It's so relaxing after just a crazy arse day of news. You know, this last week, you know, we knew, I'm wearing it's my Team USA hockey jersey. I need to get some merch. Yes, congrats Team USA. Third quarter moon, we're talking about it's at like 4:30 in the morning. I actually have a hockey puck. Back in the day when I was a hockey mom, I used to have like skate keys. That's the key, the thing you use to tighten up skates when you have to tie your kids' skates. I used to have like hockey laces. I had so much stuff. But this is kind of cool. Look at this eagle. It just like balances on its nose. Kind of cool, huh? I got this hockey puck. And a flag. USA Hockey. I love hockey. I have so much rich history in my own personal life, like where the vertex, opportunities, synchronicities, just opens up all around hockey. In fact, and I'm going to get off on tangents tonight. I'm just warning you because I'm tired. I haven't looked at these charts. We're all in the same boat. But I fell in love with hockey in like 1980 when we beat the Russians in Lake Placid, and the USA went on to win the gold medal. Russia, those players, they were like 30 years old. They had won gold, I don't know, like 4 or 5 Olympics in a row. And you know, the USA was just a laughingstock, and these college kids beat them. Before Team Russia left, they were explicitly told, you know, by their leaders, haha, don't lose to the Americans. And when they got back to the Russia after those Olympics, things were not this. There's a huge thing that happened there where the hockey just totally changed, and then the defections started. It's really pivotal in USA history. I can remember on such a visceral level, a gut level to this day, in the old apartment, my mom and I, the little TV we had, I can still see that coppery orange carpeting, and they won. And I can hear, is it Gene Michael saying, do you believe in miracles? Well, that's when I felt, buffering. I'll restart. Where did I leave off, and what triggered it? This is so dumb. Okay. Miracle! The miracles? Are you kidding me? The miracles? I swear they do not want us to be happy. Buffering again. Am I buffering again? Am I okay? Everything okay? I love YouTube so much. I want to watch it 24/7. Boy, my goodness. Jeez, I'm so nervous. Okay. We're okay now. Okay. Guys, this is so pure. So it was a good story. Anyway, that's when I fell in love with hockey. And it's actually, so it happens, we get older, can't watch Hawks games, and she passed away, and then I was just, didn't want to watch hockey anymore because that was our thing. And then, the Olympics come around. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll watch them. I started getting into it again. I met my husband on Bourbon Street wearing a Blackhawks hat. That's the hockey team. Yelled at him. I was at a game. His friends were sitting behind me 2 weeks prior. I remembered them. I was on a bad date. And here they all are in New Orleans. And we lived 20 minutes away from each other. And his friends were total gentlemen. Like, There were like 20 of them, just us two gals in the sleaziest place. And they took such good care of us. And then we had our kids. I never thought I'd have a kid that played hockey. And then we started going to games. My life has been insane, crazy hockey. So anyway, then my kid liked hockey. And then it was like hockey came back. I was sick for a long time. It is a very long, rigorous schedule. But I always say hockey saved my life because it got me out of my house. At the time, we didn't know how much mold was in the house. I swear to God, that almost killed me. But it was that routine of hockey, being in the cold arenas with the ice, the smell, everything. And kids, I love kids. And so that's just evolved. And then I felt my mom with all of us, with all the games, you know. So I could go on for hours about stories, about hockey, but I'm so proud of this junior team that won the gold medal tonight on so many levels. The last time they won was 4 years ago in 2017, before Don Julio was inaugurated. And then these last years, they have stumbled. In fact, we know two of the boys who were on the team last year, played with them, and they ended up 6th. And it was really bad. And it was sad. And I was like, man, I knew the USA chart, and I thought that once the United States of America, once this stellium, this god-awful stellium we've been dealing with all year in 2020, we've had Saturn and Capricorn for 3 years, until recently, I knew hockey would get better. I knew Team USA would do better. So when they came out this year, I mean, in the past week, 10 days, at this tournament, firing on all cylinders, I'm like, holy crap, they're back. And even last week, I was like, I think they could go pretty far this year, looking at the transits, watching their play, watching the game charts. And then, I mean, I've just been floored about their play. I know there hasn't been a lot of hockey lately, but I know good hockey when I see good hockey. And I was worried about facing Canada. Hi, Larry girl. I love Canada. I just bow down to you guys all the time, all the time. Canada is always great, always. And but the teams they played, I felt like Canada was so good they never had to kick it up into high gear with speed. And this USA team was speed right out the get-go at every game. And that, I think, was the difference maker tonight. Besides, the moon was in Libra. Here's pro tip with sports astrology. Anytime the moon is in Libra, 99% of the time, the visiting team is going to win. We'll say 95% of the time. Team USA was the visiting team. That's why they got all the bounces. So I could just go on and on. But here's the thing. This team set some records for them, for Team USA. So not only did they go all the way and won gold, they shut out Canada 2-0. Canada has not been shut out this whole time. So USA dominated in that regard. They scored, they kept their focus, and they just drilled it home. And if that is the spirit that's in this team, you guys, I told you, this class of 2020 and the years following, I did a reading on this, and the class of 2020, they're the ones who are going to save us after what happened on the September the 9er 11er. They're the ones who are going to defend ourselves. And the fact that they did that tonight on this day with what's going on in Georgia, I couldn't stop crying because, you guys, this is what's ahead of us. Even though Don Julio, has been working on all of his secrets to scare us here on the ground, because he's like, I'm going to do it, and I've got my votes and my money and my friends overseas, and I'm going to talk big, scare you, and get my P-boys. That's what he's been working on this whole time. He can't. He has lost his mojo. We have a quarter moon in the wee hours. he's going to try to drum this up again. Okay, how hard were you guys laughing when the Interpol red notice came out from Iran? Gonna arrest Don Julio at 48, 46, 40. Who knows how? I want to see that list of people who are on that red notice list because, am I buffering yet? Because I died when I saw that today. Now, I guess it's been waved off or whatever, but my goodness, talk about random. And that Pennsylvania, you guys did some readings. They are in serious trouble over there. And they're doing what they're doing because they have, like we said before, you know, they've had some major busts out of Philadelphia in that port with transportation and large ships. I didn't know this, but on December 24th, Christmas Eve, I think the timestamp was 9:44 p.m. Huge bust out of the Philly. Over 24,000 grams of drugs involved. High-speed weaponry, $150,000 of cash, 200 people arrested on Christmas Eve. And then what happens the next day, Christmas Day at 1:22 a.m., there is a timestamp of an RV downtown streets, Music City. Don Julio leaves Mar-a-Lago, ends up leaving a day early. It is all connected because this GOP has some cartels. They have trafficking, and, you know, stuff that General Flynn was involved with, weapons. That port is there's 3 ports in Pennsylvania, and they're so important to the Russia, the China, you know, and the epidemics we're having with the drugs. That is what they are deathly afraid of in the Philly, in northern Philly, Pennsylvania. But too bad, so sad. I read on what do our men in black, our agents know with the Bureau. They know all of it. And the letter that came out, that came from the 2 leaders of the GOP, they got some bad connections. So that's the crazy stuff going on in the Philly. We'll see what happens, but I wanted to give you a heads up on that. Also, I know I use a lot of nicknames because, as you can see, I get buffered on some of the simplest of words. So if you have a question, you don't know what we're talking about, ask in the chat, or if this is a replay, please ask in the comment section. Somebody will answer you, okay? I have a lot of emails from you guys. I'm sorry, I'm buried too. I will get back to those. For newbies out there, I integrate tarot and the astrological horoscope. You don't have to know about astrology. I do my best to tell you in a way that you understand the story and themes that are going on. We've had a lot of asteroid activity, so add that. Okay? So right now, okay, where are we? So the moon right now is over here in Libra. So it started out in the skies over DC. And when that happened last Tuesday, this is when there's big news and everybody sees what's happening. I can't remember what happened that day, but I have in here, when the moon was over here, over Massachusetts, that's when they made Roe law. Everybody could see that there.
But then on Wednesday last week, we drew the High Priestess secrets. Well, what came up? Iran. Thursday, Four Swords, retreat, undercover. That's when Pelosi's home got, vandalized. But then on Friday with the Lovers, the Senate overrode Don Julio's veto. That's the other thing he is so butthurt about, is being overrode. The stuff that is bleeding out of the Music City. I will try to get back to that and to try to make more sense about it. But that's another huge, huge, huge thing they're so worried about, because the guy who had the RV, Tony, made the mistake of having some filings, when people could go back and look at public filings, that he gave a woman, Michelle, Swing is her last name, gifted her with 2 homes, quitclaim deed, which means, here you go, no money down, anything. Here, I'm giving this to you, quitclaim deed. Our names are on it. Your name's on it for free. One house is worth like $250,000. The other one was worth $160,000. The $250,000 one was gifted to her the month prior. And the other house, I think, was in 2019. But Tony and Michelle, their relationship is through this entertainment company that started like in 2002. And that does live music venues. It does sports, food, music. And so these venues then are international. So this thing can facilitate concert performances, sporting events, food and drink industry globally. This is a subsidiary of Anj, and it's this company that has a lot of the Russia, the China connections. And so, like how Don Julio does real estate, to get in the real estate market, to be doing a lot of laundering of the moolah, the money, well, this gave them an opportunity to enter an entirely different sector apart from real estate. So this started, and it basically is a laundering vehicle, well established. So with Michelle and Tony, Michelle was in charge of talent development. And when I just looked at her, just to get a profile, I just saw a thing on LinkedIn, and I saw everything I needed to see when it said data-driven development. I'm like, what? So that's what she does. She's the one that facilitates data. Back and forth. Or digital documents, digital payments. They are the point people in Nashville for a variety of countries, it seems. This is entertainment purposes only. But this, almost like, you know how Stub, Vlad, has a slush fund piggy bank? To me, this is almost like on that level. This is like his slush fund international. It's that big. So when that thing happened in Music City, and then the Department of Justice had a filing on December 30th with yet another problematic thing, and oligarchs abroad, Don Julio came back a day earlier, and he and Pompeo started working on the Iran gig, which isn't working, right? So let me check in with you guys, okay? Give me a couple minutes here. Yes, Nancy Lee, and whatever it is. Yeah, there's a wiki on it. Okay. They just called Warnock. Yes. Okay, let me look at let me get a transit chart for you guys so we can I'm shaking. I cannot even what is my pay? Okay, we want it. Where are we gonna? We're gonna look. Where are we going? We're not going to Edmonton. We're going to Georgia, right? What country am I in? United States. Actually, I'm going to do DC because, you know, okay, this current, oh, you guys, hello, July 2019 eclipses. I told you guys at the new moon solar eclipse of December, I can't remember what the day, the sun at 23 degrees Sagittarius was conjunct the natal galactic center of the United States of America. The galactic center is the home of the sun. It was also conjunct the south node of the moon, meaning this is the stuff we're giving up. It's a solar figure. Look at this chart. Do you see this 10 degrees Leo at the top of the chart? Well, that was at the top of the chart in those horrible July 2019 eclipses. But even better than that, that's Don Julio's Pluto. His Pluto. This power-hungry, destructive, obsessive, weirdo, sex creep. His obsessions, his power-hungry devastation, cruelty is at the top of the chart. So if they just called Warnock, that is a blow to his Pluto, his ego. The moon, and this moon is at 14 degrees Libra in the area of secrets hidden. Oh, you guys, you guys know what this 14 degrees Libra is? Oh my gosh. This is the United States natal Saturn. Do you guys remember this? Okay, so the moon is 14 degrees Libra in the United States chart in the 10th house. 14 degrees Libra is our natal Saturn. Saturn is so comfortable and stable in Libra. It lends stability. And what crowns the United States of America is fairness and the scales of justice and equality. And Saturn there lends more permanency and stability, and that is what's hoisted above the United States. We are a nation of laws, not men. Another blow to him, because if you recall, this is his, so Chiron is the asteroid. It's a centaur. Chiron is the wounded healer. This is the thing that everybody carries someplace in their charts about their biggest wound that they have, that they themselves can only heal. It can happen in your lifetime. It might happen in your transition. But this is the thing that you're called to heal. An example that I give is, like someone who is the best matchmaker, understands relationships, the subtleties of how to relate with one another and intimacy, but this person can't get married, won't get married. There's blocks. This is the wound that they have to heal for themselves. They're incredible healers for other people in that regard, but for themselves, it's where they have to muster up their courage and look at their pain head on and transform themselves to embrace this and get over it. So Donald's pain, his biggest pain, is conjunct the United States natal Saturn in Libra. His biggest wound is democracy. His biggest wound is how the United States is adored for democracy, equality, and is a model for the world. It is so painful he keeps searching and searching for a way to heal this. He thought he did with, the presidency, and the other thing is, so he's got that at 14 Libra. The other thing he has at 14 Libra is this asteroid, Juno. It's like marriage. It's an agreement. It's partnership. So he is married to this pain. He wants to overthrow He is driven to do that. So he needs another or seeks opportunities to overthrow this because this is his biggest pain. And my God, they just called it for Warnock, and the moon is at 14 degrees Libra. Hello. Hello, Team USA. I love you. Pluto at the top. He's done. Have I told you guys how many times he's done? He's done. He's done, he's done, he's done. Oh, another thing I want to show you guys. So I was looking at asteroids again. I'm like, I need to see an asteroid for Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, anyone, because what the heck is going on in Pennsylvania today? Well, look at this. So this Mars is at 29 degrees Aries, 42 minutes. It's just getting ready to leave and go into Taurus, which we need to have a separate conversation about, you guys. Could you just lay low for like the next week? Don't push yourself. Don't exert yourself because we have some really big things happening. I am most worried about January 11th and that new moon. We are going to have to do some serious powwowing. I don't know what to expect. But if Team USA won, that's really good. But still, this is serious business. So there's 30 degrees in a sign. The 29th degree is what's known as an anaretic degree. It's the last degree in a sign. It is life-taking. So you can't create anything more. You can't win more Senate seats under these conditions. No matter how much energy you put into it, you cannot create something new. You're at the end of the road. You basically need to dust stuff off, clean up, throw out the garbage, and move on. Okay? There's no room for anything else. So the asteroid, I think is Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. It's at exactly 29 degrees Capricorn. So it is in a very tight square. And so there's a lot of irritation, a lot of aggression. Who is in charge here? Capricorn authority. Yeah, that Senate thinks they're in charge. No, they're going to have such a rude awakening to this. Oh my God, when that Mars goes into Taurus, it's going to activate the giant January 21st, 2019 blood red supermoon eclipse that I've always said is the beginning of the end of Donald. It's going to trigger that thing too. So this is basically his last hurrah. Oh, and, and we have Pholus associated with wine and intoxication, but also things getting corked, things popping off, things suddenly bursting out. That is hitting the January 20th, no, a year ago, December 26th eclipse. So things are popping off. So that is awesome. Let me check in with you guys again. Where are we? No buffering. No buffering. Hi, you guys. Hi, you guys. Hi, Jean. Yes. You had 0 degree Libra when you start, but you're in... Well, the moon's at 14 degrees. Am I buffering again? History made tonight. Yep, you know it. History. Hi, Miss Cat. I'm in Canada, but American. I love Canada. Yeah, I totally get that about that with Asif. So we're going to sleep well tonight. Okay, so no buffering. Okay, good. That makes me very happy. Let me get something to drink. So let's take a look at this quarter moon. I've just glanced at it. I've been taking notes here and there. Put my eagle over here. It is, okay, that's not going to work. Again, it's going to be one of those things where I'm just going to have to check in here and there because, it's another very consequential quarter moon. It's just, what do I want to do here? God. Here's the chart. Oh my God. Oh. Yes, yes, yes. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here at the top of the chart, actually the top and bottom of the chart, we've got Virgo at the top, we've got Pisces at the bottom. They're both at 22 degrees. They both square Donald's sun, which is over here at 22 degrees. He does not like it when his sun is in the 7th house, we the people, because we get too much attention. So he's going to be on the attack of his enemies, or he's going to try to get people to help him out, but nobody's really going to want to do that, I don't think, because the top and the bottom of the chart are in square. And so his sun is at like 22 degrees and his moon is at 22 degrees. So the moon here, he's going to be very whiny and more grandiose, full of himself. Oh, crap. Okay. And these points are now squaring that solar eclipse we had where the sun was 23 degrees conjunct the galactic center. So there's some huge things happening. The other thing, the moon in the 10th house. So we're going to go through this again. The moon is going to start off in the 10th house in the skies of Washington, D.C. Tomorrow is going to be a big day. There's going to be some big activity, big actions. That's going to kind of take everybody's breath away, related probably to justice and laws and civil rights. I saw that thing that they're trying to get rid of it as a parting gift to do away with civil rights protections. And then when the moon comes over here into this 11th house of friends, he's going to be calling his friends, Vlad, MBS, those friends, to work on something. And thank goodness, the moon's going to go through the 12th house again. This is when he gets really quiet and is working on his secret things. And then they all, blow up and we get splattered with them all, like we have this week when the moon finally came in the 1st house of self. That's just how Monday started. So then everything blows up at us again. But I'm very grateful because this house, the 12th house, it is very small. It's kind of smaller than some of these other houses, so he doesn't have a lot of time to work on his secrets. But we're going to go through this same thing again. Now, oh my God. So, with each increasing day, holy crap, you guys. So we, as I've been saying, actually on January 11th, it is going to be our solar return for the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. That is what I have my eyes on. I will be doing lives here. In fact, the moon that day is going to be in Capricorn, but it's going to be it's going to be a balsamic moon. And when we get a balsamic moon before a new moon, it tends to stress people out more because it's highlighting everything that we need to address and change with the new moon. So I've been trying to tag tweets with hashtag new moon wishes, hashtag ZQT, so that I can just make a note of things I want to concentrate on with the new moon than we have, I think, is January 12th. And I cannot even conceive of what's going to happen then. I know it's going to be huge. It's incredibly important. It is the most important new moon of 2021, if not this decade and the next decade, because what we're doing, it not only comes on the Saturn-Pluto solar return of a year ago. This is our first new moon with that wonderful Christmas star of the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction on December 21st that makes everything happy and beautiful again. We need to shape that energy because we need to make sure it gets into the right hands where we're not embracing science so much that we forget that people are human and we hurt people, because that's the other extreme. So January 11th to January 12th are extremely important, to the point that I am considering doing daily or every other day new moon wishes, so we can pick up where we last left off. For those of you who did it with me, it was really juicy and very creative. It was very powerful. If you guys can kind of think back to when we did those new moon wishes back with Scorpio energy, remember I kind of said I could kind of see a little spirit. She was there waiting. She's been here waiting for me again. She kind of showed up like in a little chariot, and I don't want to call her a cartoon figure, but it's more like a two-dimensional drawing of her, because she's spirit. She doesn't have 3D. But she's like in this little chariot, almost like a mermaid, because when she goes past, you can see she has a little tail. Well, that represents Capricorn and Saturn. And Capricorn, builds things and creates structure to grow. Well, that little tail is the thing that implants in the ground to grow. And then remember, as we did the wishes, each day I'd kind of update you guys on what I was seeing. See, now she's doing it again. She became more of like a firm, like crystal. She was no longer kind of like the trunk of a tree, just solid, not frozen, but crystallized. And then it came to the point where I'm like, this reminds me of the Superman movie from the 70s, where Superman went to go visit, maybe it was his home planet, and all of those crystals and the ice crystals created like a fort. It was like that was what we created. And here she's back as this little form, kind of like floating in the air, but bobbing in the air as if it's water. It's how she looks to me. Like she's ready. She's ready. You guys, they're ready. They're ready to do this. So I think that's a signal like, yes, please continue. So during this time, I'll probably go like every other day, because it was really tiring and exhausting for me myself. We will do this because our collective energies are so strong, and we have already pre-paved this next new world. Nobody else has, as far as I know, besides us. So we are going to do that. And it is so powerful in the group. I loved your ideas in the chat and being able to expand on ideas. And when I was searching for words, you guys found them for me. I think I'm going to buy a new journal, because I think I'm at the very end of my journal for my new moon wishes. So I hope you guys come to that and consider doing it. Okay? Because she's already there. They're waiting so patiently. Like, yeah. Can you show me, you sweet? I just feel like she has something to say. What do you have to? I don't even know what to call her. I just got mer-goat, like a mermaid and a goat. Mer-goat, really? Marge. We're gonna call her Marge. Marge. The mer-goat. You're hanging out here, sweetie. And even though she seems young, sweet, like a young kid in school, she is older than planet Earth. What are you doing here? What do you want to tell us? Marge? Your heartache is over, you guys. It's time to take this heartache and put it to action. We're done here. We've got some work to do. You guys did a really great job on pre-paving this next world. We're excited to be with you. We picked up on your vibe, your energy's out there, and it was like a radio signal. We're here. We're waiting. I'll wait here forever. It's no problem. You're so valuable. This work that you're doing is so incredibly valuable right now. The young people know. the young people know. It's a time of change and transition, rite of passage to this new world and government we're going to. We're just very eager to get on with that. So much has been stolen. We're going to be forfeiting a lot, having to give up a lot. But in place of that, we are making plans. You got to clear out the old to make room for the new. Reflect on what's going on here. Get this guy out. This is the guy that's damaging everything. Don Julio and all of his people all of his gross people. They are spinning in circles. They have nowhere to go. We have a new leader coming in. Let's get ready. And they will all be under investigation. They're being watched so closely. So don't worry. It's happening. Okay? So that's kind of like a nice little message from Marge. She's just just there. She's there. Okay, so let's lay out this chart. You know what I want to do first, though, because I think this is very helpful. I'm going to sit down here. So what day is today? Today's Wednesday. Again, like 4 a.m. Like Thursday, 4 a.m. So about Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Woo, Tuesday. So this is the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. This next Monday is the 11th. That's our return, and our new moon is on the 12th. Put me in pen, you guys. We have important work to do. I'm going to lay out some cards to figure out what we need to focus on each day. Okay. Okay, so tomorrow, Wednesday. Can you give us a card for Wednesday? Keep in mind for tomorrow. I'm not supposed to use that deck. This is my transition deck. Sorry. The inversion deck. Oh my gosh. I can't believe... Oh, there's Donald's deck. It's like in the background already. Oh my gosh. It's like not a lot of energy there. Wednesday. Tomorrow. Moon. It's going to be one of these days. The moon reversed. Imagination and such. Abiding by the lunations to get things come and go. There's a reason and timing for everything. The moon in Libra is going to be exploiting justice. Venus is in Sagittarius, the law, the rule. So it's gonna be hard tomorrow. Thursday. The Knight of Wands. People taking action. I hope this is this the PEB of, who is this? The Knight of Wands. That's something with our agencies. Something with our agencies. It could be our cabinet. Friday, the moon will be in Scorpio by then. We have the Empress. That's the rusher. More rusher news. And then during the secret phase this weekend on Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, the star, that should be PEB elect, but that's the office of the President of the United States. They are working on some secret, well, what do we need to keep in mind with the star we have? Something quickly happening with the Trump organization. Oh, and the Trump dynasty. Okay. Sunday, we're still here. More speed and action. Quick, wow. What explodes on Monday as a result for us to see? The Trump crime syndicate, the Trump campaign, helping monies. Tuesday, the Queen of Cups is upside down. That's the United States of America. That's also the voter. We're going to be having some really quick Rusher nose happening. Oh, maybe I have one extra one. These are your key cards. Keep in mind, keep your eyes open for these things happening in the coming quarter moon. So I am going to grab the magic astrology cards. We'll do this for each house. Where is this? I can't see too well. Okay, how are you guys doing? Yep. Any more news? Any more updates on Georgia? Yes, Ed K. We have to do so much to be vigilant to protect. Yes. Ooh, what's on the bottom? Part of fortune increase. I like that. Today, just the fact that Team USA won, setting a couple of records for themselves. We have so much good coming our way. Unfortunately, we're in a pandemic. We have to clean stuff up, but there's so much there to help clean it up and get it out. Okay. So, Warnock wins according to AP&M. Oh my gosh, that is so amazing. I'm getting so upset. I'm not getting notification. Oh, T-Barb, I'm sorry you're not getting notification. I know. It's me. It's not you. You guys, it's a good time to check your notifications and your subscriptions. People just are still not getting them. So I just really appreciate you guys showing up over and over and over again. You guys are the best. Yes, these are the astrology cards. I lay them out for each house. This is the deck, Black Moon Astrology. I really like these. These are by Susan Shepard. It's a really good book that's attached in there. I've read it. I can't remember it. But she's got some really, really interesting things. Jana, you never gotten them for 3 months? Ossoff. Oh, he's gone up to 50.1%. Okay, I am not kidding. Okay, I've screamed enough tonight. I no more screaming. You guys, I was crazy tonight. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so tarot, show me. First house of self. What belongs here? Secret. Hidden enemy. The 11th house. What's crowning? For all to see. Sorry, Eagle. Ninth house, lands far away. This is justice. It's the law. It's also Putin's house. Shared resources, usually in the area of money and taxes. Seventh house, we the people. The sixth house, we have public servants, military, day-to-day ops. Fifth house of the sun is the FOTUS. Fourth house, what we're defending, standing together. Third house, communications. Oh, I just felt John Lewis say hello. Hi. You guys high five. He's high fiving you guys. Second house, income gains. On the ascendant, the thing giving life to the chart, because this is the eastern horizon. This is above the horizon. Oh my God, you guys, this chart only has the moon in the sky. So all we can really see are emotions. The physical body, it's in Libra, so it's justice, air sign. There's going to be a lot of, virus in the air. Yeah, I feel like it's blanketing the air. Oh my gosh, I got a tickle. Now, all of the planets are beneath the horizon. Sun rises here, hits its highest point, hits the afternoon, evening it sets, and we can't see it on the other side of the Earth. So all of the planets are on the other side of the Earth. So everyone is going to be speculating about a lot of things because we don't know what's going on. But the thing giving life to the chart on the ascendant, we have third house messages, communications. Mercury is right here in the second house of income and gain. So a lot of messaging and documents about monies, incomes. Oh my gosh. This is not good. Messages about money with your friends. And it's going to be Russia friends. Thursday, Friday, we're going to find out. Let me write this out. House. So, third house, messages, Neptune, deception, lies, and friends. Ugh, gross. So in this first house, we have, air element, communicating this. I get this card when Dan Holio has already developed a plan with his yahoos abroad, and so now it's like they just send messages back and forth. Usually it's through a tweet or something trending. Watch the comms, the communications, because they're not communicating about what we think they're communicating. It's the bigger picture. Now, the cool thing is that Jupiter and Saturn moved into an air sign. So whereas Saturn and Jupiter in Capricorn, it was tangible and real. We could feel the bluster and the pain of what he would do. Saturn, Jupiter now in an air sign, you cannot contain air. So these messaging, it kind of might be a flat tire. The secret, we have, eighth house, beginnings and endings. Well, yeah, we know you're going. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Mitch. Minority. He's going to become what he hates, being a minority. That's the secret, the hidden enemy. Ah, crap. Neptune sacrifice. You guys know what happens. This is the hidden enemy. This is usually associated with someone passing away. And this is the hidden enemy. What's this about? Can you give us any clues? We have the Star and we have the Empress. Why do I have this written down twice? And the Empress written down twice. The Star and the Empress. Something is getting sacrificed. Who is getting sacrificed? Six of Cups, something from the past. Republican Party. Manipulating stuff. Elections. Oh, okay. So the Seven of Pentacles has been showing for me for the stockpile of that Pfizer vax that's been in warehouses. This is also for those shipments for the cartels, like maybe out of Philly. But it's reversed, so this investment is not panning out. And bad news from abroad. This could be tax returns, but I feel like that's the Republican part. God, is someone going to get... What is that? The Lovers. A Trump-Russia agreement. Six of Pentacles, money laundering, charity, Ace of Wands. It's this thing is done. It's being stopped. Four of Cups, Temperance. So there's an agreement to get rid of something. Someone related to the past, and how they are managing some sort of assets and stockpiles. Okay. The 11th house. This is hopes, wishes, friends. Now remember, the ascendant said, look to friends. Sagittarius is Putin's house. It could be someone like in the Russia. It's also law enforcement, like Bill behind bars. You guys, he didn't quit. He just left so he could go rogue and make things happen more quickly. Ugh. The 4th house, roots. So your friends that are on the ground. Usually this is provoking crap in DC, protests. And there's a wound here. There's Chiron. What's crowning DC? Astrology. Water element sensing. So this is, here we go again. This is taking a pulse of social media, trying to provoke people, trying to drum up momentum, emotions, provoke people to do stuff. I heard so-and-so said this. Many people are saying this. You know, I'm sorry, card. I'm so tired of seeing this group of cards show up because they're doing crap on the ground, which basically is terrorists. 9th house, lands far away, we have. And it has to do with 2nd house owning an asset. So things are getting moved around. Did you see that 1776? George Papadopoulos quoting it's 1776 again? I'm like, no. This is a signal you're sending about that executive order and moving money. I did readings on that back in September, if you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm too tired to remember it exactly. So the sun rules this 9th house. So if it has to do with 2nd house owning, this is what Donald owns. And his friends are doing stuff on the ground. Cripe. Shared resources, 8th house. Oh my God. Okay. Aries, I am. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Just like this whole week, he's been saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. He's been all over the place. Well, now he's got a friend that's going to help him out do I am. Lordy, I pray it's PEB elect saying, no, I'm going to do this. Wouldn't that be nice? What is this? I am business shared resources. This is I am shared resources. I am 10 of... Oh, wait, why does this look like... I meant, you guys... Here. Okay, where did I leave off, you guys? Get down, get down. Where did I leave off? Where did I leave? It's so annoying. I am going to refresh this too. Wait a minute. I gotta wait for this. So, I love YouTube. I love YouTube. I love YouTube. Dreamy. I left off with the 10 of Cups. Janet N., what are shared resources? So shared resources has to do with this real estate right here. It's the 8th house. It's the house. The Scorpio owns this real estate. So what happens is, like, this is the house of marriage and partner. So you get married. Well, after you get married, you share resources. You share your taxes, income tax returns. Share, as far as money goes, like it could be an inheritance. It's not income through a job. It's through like maybe royalties. Life and death, transformation, espionage, things that are taboo, the sex organs. So I called this the House of Shared Resources because Don Holio shares a lot of resources, including our own. So that's what the shared resources mean. It's about money, assets, tangible things. Oh, you were just saying where I was. Thank you, Janet. Okay, so I left off here. I didn't get to the 7th house. So, okay, so when I was asking for clarifiers on Don Holio, basically, he thinks he is going to impart his will on us. It's the same old stuff. Same old crap. More in our face. I pray it's because he's mad at his partner. 8 of Cups. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if he walked away. 9 of Pentacles. This is the oligarchs. A Chow, DeVos. It could also be people who own businesses. Ooh, ending. Nightmare. Basis. This is Gemini, I think. King of this hacking. I feel he's doing like more of this to us, though, like our valuables. Making a total nightmare because he's leaving. He's going to be all assholio in our faces again. Got it? Yes, we did. We worked our awesome. You guys, I swear to God, without the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, this awful 2020, I don't think we would have been able to boot him. No way. Okay. This area, beneath the horizon. Public servants, investigations, military. Oh, we have a yod. We have a destiny. A yod. What are the end marks? So I think it is going from the moon to about when this moon gets... Oh, you guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, great. Okay, I'm going to explain this to you. 5, 10, 50. Shit. Okay. So let me explain what this is. A yod is a specific type of triangle. You see this shape? The bottom of this yod, which is known as the finger of God, destiny, if there's a death chart a yad will like pop out to an astrologer and they'll be like, that's the thing that triggered it all. Kind of like in a death certificate, when they write down the primary cause of death, that would be like a yad. So it is anchored by two things that are 60 degrees apart. And then this point over here is like the midpoint of these two things. But it's like this is exactly 150 degrees away. This point is exactly 150 degrees away. And this going, Jesus. So this area, so something is happening. 16 degrees Taurus is right on the cusp here of the 5th and 6th house. This is the house of the sun. This is, you know, POTUS. These are public servants. There's something, destiny. We have Neptune and sacrifice here. Someone is going bye-bye, who is related either to the office of the president or a public servant. Now, this moon starts at 16 degrees Libra in the skies of Washington, D.C. When you go to 16 degrees Sagittarius, this is a very important marker. We discovered this not too long ago. And Donald, we have to talk about the asteroid Wuhan. This asteroid, number 3206. Its prominence we have known in the 1918 Spanish flu, influenza, the pandemic. W asteroid was conjunct Pluto. That's a planet of life and death. Mass death, mass destruction, far-reaching. In 1941, with Pearl Harbor, this asteroid was at 29 degrees Scorpio, pulled us into the war. It's a vulnerable part in the USA chart because this is kind of her blind spot. She has nothing there to protect her. On the 9er 11er, it was at 10 degrees Leo or 11 degrees Leo, which is the Pluto for George W. Bush and President Clinton. This asteroid is very destructive. It is, I want to say it's like atomic. If you're going to think about a bomb going off, it is that devastating. Now, at a quarter moon that was at 16 degrees Sagittarius, this is when the discovery happened. Donald's natal chart, his W asteroid is 16 degrees Sagittarius. And the horoscope of the China and the Russia, when it comes to the leader of a nation and their friends, it's also 16 degrees. This is his war. This yad, the thing that is, if this is the correct yad, I'm getting yes. This is his war. The moon in Libra is going to trigger that. It's going to spill over come like Monday. Something very fated is happening with his office or public servants. We just saw this. This is the basis of the reading that I did earlier today with our economy. This is still ongoing. Oh, God. What's this yacht? I can't get the song in my head. What's this yacht about? And it's really close to Venus, which is money. Lands far away. Oh, 10 of Swords. Someone is totally done. What's on this part of the yad? What's anchoring this? Page of Cups. This is not good news. This is usually like the propaganda trend or things that they manipulate to get the news that they want, the results they want, the propaganda. It could be Ivanka. It could be one of the kids. What's this one? 16. Oligarch businesses. We have some oligarchs, maybe one of the kids, pointing to Donald. He's got 10 swords in his back because of the government. How he's so charitable with it for his friends and public people, and the king at the behest of the King of Wands done. Oh. Angry Putin. Facing judgment. You guys, is something coming out with Donald at the behest of Putin with that devil in elections? Oh boy, something's happening. Damn. Okay. So, that's a yacht. God. Fifth house of the photos. Okay. Increase what? He doesn't get to... This is the Wheel of Fortune. In astrology, we call it the part of fortune. Something is increasing. Oh, I bet this is when Mars goes into Taurus. This is explosive. It's in the fifth house. Oh, we have Mars, which is aggression. That's, you know, like when something fires off, fire. Uranus is explosiveness. It's electricity. It is record setting. It is, I just see fire and explosions. What is this about? This part of increases. There's that moon card we got for tomorrow. The Knight of Wands. I hope that's the FBI. This is the voter. Overturned vote. That is not good. This is a psyop. It's an assault. It's an attack. Something against the U.S. Maybe his minions. This is not... Oh, boy. I got lots of cards to look at. Okay. Fourth house. Defenses. This is our clan. USA on the ground defending against what? What's happening on the ground? We have... Protests, assaults, you know, oh God, what's going on in the streets right now? I saw some of that with the P-Boys. Fires. This is Donald and God, we need to put out the fire. I'm so tired of them. What fire desire? What happens? What's going on here? There's a wound. I know. We have a big wounded man baby. Five of Swords. That's the mafiosos. Six of Swords transmitting information on the ground. We've got, you know, I feel like they're staging. They're staging something. They're trying to help someone make their wishes be really, really, really happy. So this is Donald's guys on the against him. So he is trying to stir up an assault on our democracy. This is going to be ongoing. Just don't even try to argue about it in social media. Just preemptively block accounts because they're out in droves. I'm like surprised at the stuff that's coming across me. I'm just blocking them because if I like something or comment, then it shows up in everybody else's feed. I don't want to do that. Third house communications. So on the ascendant, we knew that this area was going to be really important. Ninth house, faith. This is Putin's house. Over here. Okay, so do you see what's going on here? So on the ascendant, what's giving life to this chart, if this is Don Julio, he's doing messaging, talking, negotiating for his friends over here. And Neptune here it's something of deception. It's foggy, it's cloudy. But so he's going to talk to his friends to do something here on the ground that he really, really wants. And in turn, the friends are going to do that. Whoever he is talking to here with the third house messaging is going to hand off information to the ninth house, Putin's house, about owning and money. See that? This is how they move things around. I'm going to talk to my friends. They're going to take care. I bet this is paying for his mafiosos on the ground and then how to pay for them. Jerk. Second house, we have Pisces, I believe. No, you're delusional. This card was here, who I am, for this current lunation at the full moon. Now it has moved in the second house of assets, income, gains, the things that we possess. So he thinks whatever he's doing is helping to make him more valuable. I cannot wait until I get new Terrascopes after January 20th. Okay, let me check in with you guys. How are you doing? Yes, please click the thumbs up. Thank you. Yes, Ed K, you know what? Yeah, a lot of the readers have been picking up on that as well on our stock market. Okay, you guys, I cannot give you any money economic advice. I just want you guys to be prepared. I talked about this over the summer. Please, with all the hacksy stuff going on, digital networks, he's got, he is doing something against us starting now with information and tech, transmitting that stuff abroad. If, for whatever reason, maybe ATMs don't work, if you cannot access money electronically for a couple days, up to a week or longer, you just want to make sure you have cash. You have change. You've gone through your change. And if you have valuable coins, the only two that I know about are the wheat penny. And well, maybe that's just because they like it. It's that penny that has this, like a wheat, like wheat, like a wreath on the edges on the outside of the coin. I call it a wheat penny. W-H-E-A-T. The silver nickels, the silver dimes, too, those are more valuable. You want to put, and there are some silver half dollars and dollar coins. You want to make sure you pull that out to the side because that is worth way much more. Please just have a backup plan if you cannot use electronic payments. With the way this hacksy stuff is going on, it's deep in the system. My worst fear is that they're counting on us to be so comfortable with digital currencies and people don't carry cash anymore. They want to catch us off guard, not being able to access money. That would be a nightmare. It's hard enough without having stimulus payments. And that is going to be it's going to be bad. So please just have cash on hand. If you can have singles, because you don't want to have to go break a 20 and nobody has change and you're going to overpay for something that you need because nobody can make change, right? So please do me a favor. Hang on to your cash, change, what other valuable assets you have. I just heard set rice. Stock up a little bit on that pantry, okay? I feel like this is, oh my God, I feel like this is short. I think this is what it is. I think it's because Mars is going into Taurus. Taurus is a money sign. Uranus is there, explosive, sudden, shocking news, upset, heading to, I'm telling you, January 11th, I don't know what's going on. I feel like it's Don Julio's retribution, like his final act, if you want to say. Between now and then, just be prepared, please. Be prepared. That's all I'm going to say. I hope I'm exaggerating this, but you guys, we got to be safe, okay? So, stock up on things that you need. Just be prepared. Be prepared. Okay. Good job. Good job, T-Barb. I want to know what's in your pantry. Yes, divine feminine. Yes. Thank you, Catherine. I love this. Catherine just said, it's fabulous that the USA is back sending love from Ireland. I think we are. Thank you so much, Ireland, for your patience. We've worked really hard to stay as sane as possible here. We are truly in a media blackout, and the majority voice has been silenced for a long time. So, okay, let's get these tarot cards on this chart, and we'll call it a night. Okay. Yeah, these cards they feel like they're sleeping. They're done. That's interesting. Okay, so tarot. Okay, dry. Okay, I want an easy dried. What's the simplest thing you can do with like a bag of dried beans? Like I know you can make pea soup. Like I always want to buy a giant bag of, kidney beans. But what are you going to do with all those beans once you get them? I only know how to make refried beans, and that's it. Oh, thank you, Jay Bird, our divine feminine. She is active. Leslie, I'm thinking about buying a generator for my house. You know what? I've been thinking about that recently myself. I'm so glad you're here, Dreamweaver. What is Alexandra being congratulated for? I don't know. Why are we congratulating Alexandra? But she's having a baby. Oh, I love babies. Congratulations. We're going to have a... Do you know how lucky this baby is going to be? We're back. What? A new baby. Oh, I want to cry. Yay. Can we send out some abundant white light protection to Dreamweaver and her town? There's some unrest. Yes. Everybody ground yourself. Square in your top. Your seat. Feet on the ground. Straight back. Okay. I just want you to focus on your center of gravity. That center of gravity. All the way. Push it down to the bottom of your tailbone. And now you're going to imagine there's the heaviest anchor, biggest anchor you've ever seen. And you're going to drop it to the center of the earth. And just feel all of that chain unravel, going through layers and layers of crust, shooting through the magma. It knows where it needs to go. And that anchor is tethered to you at the center of the earth. And it hooks in, and it's nice and tight and tethered. And all your stresses and your worries you've had today, everything, I just want you to send all of that down that chain to the center of the earth. Everything. Whatever's in your mind, send it down your spine to the center of the earth. We are just going to flush all this crap out. And now you all put yourself in like a bubble attached to this, like you're sitting in a balloon, but you're still attached to the earth. And everything in your space, send it down. So it's just you have this clear boundary for you. And this bubble you're in is just protected by roses, all these beautiful roses. Anything that comes at you, these roses just gobble it up and they dissolve. And all that energy you are putting back into the earth that's getting cleared, imagine it coming back up like a golden sun right above you. Over your head, 3 to 5 feet above your head. And now it is just shining down on you. And it's filling you up with your cleared energies. Now our friend Dreamweaver. Think about Dreamweaver. and put this bubble around her to repel all the bad. She's safe and connected to Earth. In fact, we could do that with our nation. Whomever's needing some protection, you can do that and put roses all around them. You see something bit scary, TV or your neighborhood, just put up a wall of roses and just let them catch them. And then just blow up that rose in your mind and they're done. They're neutralized. Keep Dreamweaver, keep every one of you, keep our first responders in their bubbles, free from cerveza virus. It just pings off that bubble and goes away. Our emergency rooms, our air, our officers, they need to be safe. Wherever this negativity, these provocations are coming from, follow those and send them back to where they belong. We don't want those here. We want our planet, our country clear of that. Just repelling this stuff everywhere, it's repelled from our internet. It can't get to us anymore. And we have to see each one of us clear-minded and not bombarded by all this provocation and disinformation. All that disinformation, just put it in roses and blow it up. That's our worst air pollution. Is the psychic pollution. We need to keep ourselves clear. Don't forget to give your energy back to yourselves, you guys in the form of that sun. Just let it sink into you. Okay. Okay. We good? And call on Archangel Michael with his legions of angels to surround and protect mightily. Yes. Boy, do we need a lot of them. You're welcome, Dreamweaver. Thank you, Jean. Okay. Ooh, that felt good. We need to do that more often. Okay. Oops. You guys get a chance to do that for our economy too, okay? Okay. Tarot. Show me what belongs in these arrows, or these areas. First house. Secrets. Friends with the crowning DC. Okay, speed. Okay. We have speed and justice overturned. So, oh my gosh, this is a match. Remember, I started off wanting to know what we needed to know. Monday, you guys. Monday, be careful. I think that takes us into the... Okay. Come the 11th and 12th, please. You know, maybe don't go. Just stay safe, okay? Because it is replicating here. The ascendant has everything to do with speed and overturning justice. Remember, the ascendant here, what was giving life to it is communications down here, lands far away, and friends to do favors over here in our streets of DC. So this, what are they talking about? The Republican Party. And there, I have a favor though. 11th house friends, manipulate something for me. And we're going to communicate about this, the Republican Party, which is going to set, maybe this is through churches, the Vatican. This is what I'm telling you. We need to delay. Nope. Okay. Lands far away, I have faith in you to impose a tower on the ground here. The King of Cups, reversed. Is he getting an ultimatum that he's not going to get any more support? Or is this Vlad is... There's an article that came out. They're already planning for sanctions with Russia. I wonder if he's getting sanctioned. So we're going to talk about that because on the ground, there's action that it needs to take place on the ground, fire desire, to trigger something. The Republican Party really seems like it's, no, these are families, groups of people, talking about groups of people, trying to manipulate something on the ground that has to do with, if you do this for me, create this tower, Putin's angry, you're going to be, I will get you second house owning, I believe, through the 6 Wands mob. We will get payment to you whether it's through another country. Is like I have U.S. aid is jumping into my mind, but the Republican Party finding ways to facilitate money to other countries to pay Putin. The secret, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a couple things. It has been voter suppression, but I also feel like this is related to cerveza virus and testing. And, you know, they've shaved off a percentage of the vaccines that the Russia wants. So it's also hospitals. But the secret, 12th, says to go to this 8th. Oh, I didn't write that down. The 12th house says go to the 8th house of beginnings and endings, because the 10 of Pentacles, this is a Trump dynasty. I think they are taking stuff from agencies, shared resources, taxes, money. We're a dynasty. I am. This is money. Secrets, hidden enemies. Oh my God, the Queen of Cups. It's the voter, but this is also a woman in leadership that's very supportive. Is this another nation? Is this this is the United States. Her assets. I don't know. They're taking something with the United States. That's the sacrifice. God, this is going to be a doozy of a week. Last off is up 12,800. Woo! Don Lemon smiling really bigger. Agency moving hidden enemies and the voters leadership supported for USS sacrifice. Janet N, I like the way you think. Crowning USA. Eight of Pentacles. Which way? Expert. I mean, are they talking about the voter that's saying, get out of here? Because we have some new shiny objects crowning Washington, D.C. in the form of senators that they've really worked to refine their messaging. But we have this water element and sensing. This is what I don't like, because this is taking the temperature of the air, of the mood in social media. And they have practiced this a lot to target people. Miss Cat M. Ossoff just got over 3,000 more votes and Purdue got 62. Partnership. We the people. We have the Nine of Swords. See, this is Don Holio. Does this go this way? Yeah, Donald is creating another nightmare. God, I wish it was that he was going away. The 6th house. Public servants, military investigations. Page of Swords. This is like little spies unleashed. Someone is being let go. I hope someone squeals. 5th house of the Sun. Traitor, treason. He's going for it. He is going for it. We know about his betrayal, but now it's just like he just wants to dig the daggers in deeper. In the 1st house of identity, we have the Knight of Swords. This is intelligence. It could be our intel. It's his digital armies. It's his... Oh, this is more not the Republic. These are P-boys, Proud Boys. So these are more like militia people, Proud Boys on the ground. He's summoning them to go fight. It's going to be a difficult weekend. There will be a death this weekend related to all of this. Ay, ay, ay. So that's it, you guys. This is the Terrascope. We are another week closer. We're another lunation closer. We will be doing more powwowing this new moon. I cannot even impart to you how important this. Okay, 3 swords, Ace of Wands. Okay, do you guys have any questions? Let me check in with you guys. Yes, congratulations to Georgia. The Republic endured. Absolutely. My gosh. Mitch is done. Yes, Georgia, yes. Hi, Sharon Lee. How are you, my friend? Wow. So this is it. Starting at 4:37 a.m. Yes, you're so welcome, you guys. You're so welcome. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I really appreciate it. We're so close. You guys, USA won. I mean, not only did they do exception, I was happy if they got to a medal round and won a medal, but they won the flipping gold. That is what's on the horizon. It's like that close, you guys. And this assholio is going to be provoking so much in the next week, but we're almost there. We've gotten this far. We've worked our asses off, right? Okay. So thank you. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Dreamweaver. Thank you, Sandy Babe. Thank you, Clarence. Thank you, Pammy. Canada celebrates for you, my dear American friend. Thank you, Canada, Sharon, for being so patient with us. It's been, Thank you, Bonnie. Yes, thank you. Yes, I like that guided meditation. Thank you, Ed K. We did it. Blessing. Whee! Yay. Love, love, love you, Leslie. Everyone. Holly Coleman is going to have the asteroid updates. I love it. Thank you so much, Holly. Thank you. We're back. Yes. Thank you, Maria. Okay. You guys, get a good night of sleep. Get in a good night of sleep. I am going to watch the replay of Team USA. Whee! Okay. Good night, everyone. Talk to you soon.